This is not the 24-shot match we'd have. All right, from Big Rock Bowling Center in Espanola, we're here for the title match of tonight's / this morning's JBT tournament. The second of a 3-tournament marathon weekend here at Big Rock. It's about, what is it, 1:30 in the morning? Yeah. Roughly 1:30 in the morning. We got 2 port-siders remaining, and these are 2 of our highest scoring bowlers once they get locked in on tour, and right now they're doing a whole lot of nothing. Well, you know, it's as the rest of the other players talked about, it's no surprise to see these 2 in the title match. When you have those shorter sport patterns, the righties have to move into where it's flat eventually, and the lefties generally, oh my goodness, and the lefties generally don't have to move around as much, so it's no surprise that they outlasted the rest of the field to get to the finals. But it looks like if there's a combination of the lanes breaking down and the bowlers breaking down out of sheer fatigue here, which is certainly a factor, and it's an understandable factor, but right now it's 86 in the 5th for Mason and 65 in the 5th for Derek. So
they're really good.
Earlier on, you know, about 20 minutes ago, we might have thought it would have been front 6 versus front 6. Anything but. As Derek has only struck once, and it was in the first frame, and he's gone open, open, spare, open, washout since then.
This was a good game.
Meanwhile, Mason, yeah, after 1 frame, they were tied 10-10, and it has been all south from there. Let's see if we can get this washout, though.
Good shot.
There we go. We just had to give him something tough enough to make.
Shoot it! Why can't you spare single pins?
Who wants 8 pins when you can spare the washout perfectly?
Just wash out.
Mason, a 2-time champion, has been on fire on tour this year. The 2-handed lefty, you don't see that very often. And you don't see that very often out of Mason. As up 21, he's going to give away quite a bit of that back as he churches here in the 6th. Now you got the count's not as much of a factor because he was already on an open, but just you don't want to throw away more pins here because it looks like this could come down to a few pins in a 170 battle here. Smart move to just go after the 3 here, which he does. That gives him 94 through 6, and suddenly we have a 9-pin game. Mason qualified first today at plus 440 for his 8 games. We used our scratch play format today, which
did he even lose a match?
Let me see. He went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
went 7-1 for his 8 match play games. So he also got 210 bonus pins onto that. So he was still for 8 games 230 up. That's almost a 230 average. And right now, both bowlers obviously struggling right here. Rocking the Belmonte spare ball, the Belmonte shirt, and everything else. He's a Belmonte fan and really looks kind of like a lefty mirror image of Jason. He's a little more vertical at the start, but then gets into that, oh no, prototypical Belmonte position. And you could go watch hundreds of hours of JBT videos, and you wouldn't see 2 talented bowlers like this struggling that badly. It's fatigue, it's changing lanes and change patterns, and don't think, by the way, that they don't want this win, each one of them. Derek, a 10-time champion, Mason quickly accelerating into a star status here on tour as well, but right now, Acuff has gotten the lead on the bench. What can he do with it here in the 7th? Oh, look at that. What's that called when all 10 pins fall?
I think if you get 3 of them, you're out.
Yeah. There we go. Good shot. Let's see if he can capitalize here in the 8th frame.
I was just throwing him at the head pin.
It's you know, you're still as high scoring as most of these guys have been today. It's still a sport pattern out there, and it's really easy for the look to just go away, but it's also, you know, within these bowlers' capabilities to get re-lined up very quickly as well. It peeled, but not quite enough to get that 10-pin to trip out. He's in trouble here. He's got a single pin to shoot at.
Oh God!
Now if like the 7 or the 7 pin was there too, he'd make it.
Derek, one of the younger bowlers to get to 10 titles, one of the active leaders in titles these days, quickly climbing up the JBT record book page. Of course, had that memorable 300 game back in San Diego. All right, look at that, kids.
Milestone.
Solid 2 frames from the Phoenician Now the Texan from Amarillo. And this kid can eat steak, by the way.
Oh, yeah. We learned that.
Can he recover here in the 8th? Oh, we got a match now. There we go. Now both bowlers seem to have righted the ship somewhat here. So we got a 3-pin game heading into the 9th and 10th, but Mason working on the strike, so slight advantage to him, even though he's trailing on the scoreboard right now. So much power on this ball. You see that very vertical the first 2.5 steps. Look out. Oh, wow. Trips out the 6-8 there in the 9th. To gain the lead on the scoreboard as well. And it's funny how it can just click back in when one bowler does it, the other one suddenly regroups as well. Derek can go off the sheet here for 185. Mason going right now to 181 pace. So Derek needs to catch a double here. 171 pace, right? Pretty good shot. Just looks like it looks like what the righties go through about 6 games ago. It looks like their heads are finally starting to burn out a little bit, where if they miss just a pinch right, the hole goes away and it hooks early on them, and you still can't just wheel it crazy out to the left. Look out. And that gets over.
Strike it out.
What if Mason
So double 8 forces the first hit from Mason, I think, if I got that figured out. There we go. One at a time here is the mantra. By the way, thanks to Jeff, the GM here, for this whole idea of running a tournament on Saturday night. He said, hey, I'd rather have you do another tournament than open play. We said, right on. That's pretty cool. Oh, wow. Airball. Oh! Good news, bad news there is the execution wasn't very good on that shot, but by the time it hit the pocket, it looked like it was going to shred the pins, and instead that wobbly 10-pin stares up. Still got to spare this up. It's still important that he goes spare 9, because that will still force the mark out of Mason. Nothing on this lane as they look out! Woof!
We're shooting spares when we get home.
Nothing on the lane at Gimme right now. 9 is still important here. We've seen some fill balls change the complexion of matches all throughout the season, actually. Well, 9's enough. Well, a 162 after, by the way, 234 and 255 the previous 2 games. So unexpected scoring pace here. Any mark will win from Mason, and 9 out will lose. So it's win or lose right here. That's right. Oh! He must spare the 2, 4, 7, 10. If he misses it, Derek wins with 162. Now this is not that difficult to split as splits go. Just has to get the ball to the left of the 2-pin. It will drive into the 10 for the title. It's close. Oh. Unbelievable match not to be, and Derek Acuff found a way to come through. We thought there was a chance that one of the 2 of them would shoot 300. They just shot 316 combined. Well, good night, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Congratulations on your title with a 160.
The crowd is stunned. Nobody's saying a word.
Can we choose to not put this on YouTube?
Mason is stunned. I think Mason would agree with you right now.
Mason, can we agree to not put this on YouTube?
No, you have to.
She'd like to
My commentary is golden.
No, that has to be.
Listen, Derek Acuff, I want you to remember again, every time Derek has a little bit of a Derek moment and is a little upset at the perceived other breaks that others get, you just won a title with a 162 game. Yeah, and you had another sketchy win, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, just recently.
Oh, Kyle's at Glenfair. Yeah, there it is.
That's back-to-back titles.
You have 10 more
Bowling
games
awful.
than me.
But you
Yes.
bowled 2 really good games to get to the title, though.
Yeah, and then I
Yes,
bowl.
thank you for rationalizing your son's win there. Very nice.
Really well.